Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Slant. Slant.
Jayne Theory, everybody.
Wow.
Awesome.
Well, thank
I
you
love
for
the.
coming on. Our first time that you're here on the show. We really appreciate it. We're big fans. I know Kai's a big fan.
Thank
I
you for
uh,
having me.
I reached out to you because I remember Kai weeks ago saying one of his dreams would be to have Jayne Theory voice so do the audible of the book.
Really? Well, it's a great book. I can tell you that. What I've read so far is awesome.
Oh, thank you. And it would you do have like a voice that you could just listen to for hours and hours and hours. So yeah, I think
Thank
you'd be great.
you.
I
Thank.
think that
I did.
popped out. Oh, cool.
I did. I enjoyed it. I mean, I loved like how it was written in the descriptions, and it felt very real. Reading it, I could see each scene, and that was awesome. That I felt like engrossed in what was happening and invested in the outcome, and now I want to buy the book.
You got us hooked in right away, and then you were like kind of saying little information here and there we needed to. I was like, wow.
Yeah, the whole world unfolded slowly, and I love that part of it. Um, and I loved how you got the two different perspectives very early. That was really cool. And just the family dynamic was interesting, and then it sort of led up to this beautiful world that you painted, this perfect sort of family picture, and then everything is starting to fall apart, and you don't know why. You don't know what's happening. It's just really exciting.
Well,
It,
what I was hoping is that she could maybe read a page off the chapter if you have a minute or two.
Sure.
Uh, a nice thing that's going to happen here. Jayne Theory is going to read a section of Kai's book. So everyone grab some popcorn.
This one had seen this planet before. It was commonly home to humans, who usually called it Terra, Gaia, or Earth. Resourceful and defiant, human worlds span the spectrum of possibilities. Sometimes the world was a utopia, other times a cruel pit of despair or a bloody battleground. In this universe, humans had expanded and colonized other planets, but at the cost of unifying as a species. Dysfunctional as the humans in this universe were, the pupil had seen worse, but had always been quick to look away. Thoughts directed toward the night laden land below, the pupil watched a young human destined for greatness. Gazing upon the single human's life, everything else faded away. When the ship shook violently and without warning, the pupil's focus was broken, and he was brought back to the present. He looked around the ship to find himself alone. The cloud had disappeared. The walls had become semi transparent and shined no longer. The ship rattled around him deafeningly, and below, the planet drew closer. The pupil's human heart raced, a reaction to external stimuli, but his mind remained calm. It was as if his heart wanted to leap out of his chest and leave him behind to crash. He grabbed onto his seat, and the ship careened toward the planet. He closed his eyes and fell into the planet's shadow.
Wow. Jayne, thank
Damn.
you so much, Jayne. Uh, I
Is
think
she not the perfect person to read audiobooks?
well,
Jesus.
listen. I think we're gonna do our first Latino Slant contract and put you on the payroll, and we're gonna get you to work on.
Well, hello
You know,
there.
let's start,
From
let's start with Kai's book. Thank you so much.
the executive producer would like to say welcome to Latino Slant.
Mexican Iron Man.
Thank you, Moira.
Thank
So-
you, Silos.
Yeah, for
Thank
real.
you. Silos is my boy. He's like, him and Theo Jesse were the cholos that got behind me from the barrio to like get this thing going. So there you go. I am excited, Culture, because it hooked me to where at the end of chapter 1, I was like, I want to read this thing.
Mhm.
Like I got invested right away.
Yeah, and that's the character development right from the beginning was spot on. I mean, the story kept moving forward, but the characters just kept getting fleshed out, and that happens all the way through the entire book. Every character that's introduced. I mean, just the prologue is incredible. The introduction of every character along the way throughout the book is incredible. When you start to get into chapter 4 and you're introduced to this organization that you're going to be introduced to. I'm not going to spoil this book. I'm not going to do it. What I'm going to tell you is when you get through chapter 1, if you're not hooked, I don't know, either you're not paying attention. This is better than television that's been being written right now.
Yes.
It's better than most of the movies that's being produced. Chapter 1 alone, you're introduced to the two. You're introduced to the most important character, in my opinion, and it's great. But like you said, the characters that are being introduced are believable. They're tangible. In chapter 1, the first couple of characters you grow to care about are female. And they're strong females. They're intelligent. They excel. They experience. Primarily, one of them will experience as a challenge right off the bat that they have to rise to. And I don't know. I mean, it's
They have great personalities too. That's the thing about these characters too. You care about them.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
You said that
beyond the
about the two
immutable.
females, and yet they're so different, and you got that right away.
Yeah.
With the two,
Oh, yeah.
Was it Ashley and
Ash and Natalie. Yeah.
Natalie? That was great.
Yeah. And again, you're gonna grow with this with Natalie. You're gonna, and all the characters along the way are incredibly important in the storytelling. So Kai's looking at like the screen like he can't believe I'm giving him all these compliments, because normally it's
I'm just excited to, this is the first time sharing it with like the world, and I've been busting my ass, and I hear a lot of nice things, and it feels good. So I'm just relishing, being in the moment.
Yeah, I think if you were to continue on along this path, I think you're going to have a boundless success, in my opinion. I mean, it's so well written. It obviously you spend a lot of time crafting the story, and you must have outlined for days. And and knowing you as a physical artist as well, you probably take storyboarded or something.
I did the text version of that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. It's like I said. I mean, just the way you fleshed out, just from the very start, it was really impressive. And Jayne's 100% right. I mean, these are distinctive characters. They have like character traits beyond the immutable stuff. So, man, I love it. Oh gosh.
Well, I think that the reading that Jayne just did deserves a tip video.
Yeah.
Which one would you like to see, Jayne? We have two.
Surprise me. That's hilarious.
Culture, how'd you like? So the book follows two crews, a pirate crew and another crew. How'd you like that other crew? Like, how did they feel? Did you feel like there was? I want to hear kind of a. It's not spoiler.
They're fully fleshed out, and you have it. This is the other cool thing about the way you write. You have a visceral reaction to the characterization, and there's two different. How do we describe it? I'm at a loss for words, but they're very distinctive. That's probably the best way I can put it. And you can be invested in. Dude, I don't want to give away your book.
I guess fine. That's fine.